Okay, so now that we've made our song, we need to export it. We need to share it. The first thing I want to talk about is right here. We have our mix view, which gives you. Wait, I'm gonna zoom in here. Oh, that's not working. Anyway, this gives you our. It's similar to a console at a mixing studio. We have everything that's going now. Everything is going out of stereo out in the master. So we have our Yamaha piano, we have our synthesizer, we have the chords that we created, we have the bass and the drum parts. So if we play this again, you'll see the levels for all of these instruments coming out. Now what we want to watch is our stereo out to make sure we don't hit the red. And I'm still going to bring this synthesizer down. Okay, so I'm going to bring the synthesizer down here a little bit, just because the source of it is much louder than the piano and everything else. I want it to blend nicely. Okay, so now we've created a song that goes from bar 3 to bar 15. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to save this project, of course. And so okay, so the first thing we want to do is save this project. So we're going to do save. And so we're going to find the folder where we're going to save it. Now, this is the most important thing. You'll see, you should have this drop down where it says organize my project as a package or a folder. I like to record it. I like to save it as a folder because if for any reason, if you save it as a package, it saves it as a unified file that includes all the information in it. The problem is if that file gets corrupted and you've bounced audio or you have audio files, you tend to lose everything. So I like to save it as a folder because as you're making a session, maybe you're recording live instruments, all that audio gets saved as separate files within the folder. So even if your main file got corrupted, you could rebuild your work if you ever needed to at a different time. So this is, copy the following files into your project: audio files, EXS instruments. If you're using certain instruments, you might want to do that. I just always check this: audio files and the Alchemy audio data. And we're going to name it. Put your name so I know who you are, and the song title. This is Twinkle Twinkle. And we're going to save it. Okay. Now we're going to make an MP3 file because we're going to send this off to as an assignment. So this song goes from bar 3 to bar 15. Now, does it end right at 15? Okay, so you'll hear a trail of sound. The instruments fade off. If you stopped it right at bar 15, it would be like a hard cut. You'd hear the music just immediately stop, which is not as musical. So I like to think of the song as possibly going to bar 16 there. So to make an MP3 clip, we're going to go to File, and we're going to say Bounce, Project, or Section. Okay. You could also send it direct to iTunes, but for this purpose, we're going to say we're bouncing the song. We're bouncing the project, okay? So we're going to do bounce, project, or section. You can also do the Command key and B. Okay, so now these are our options. PCM means wave file. That would be or uncompressed, wave or AIFF. You can make an MP3. You could burn to CD or DVD if anyone still has those. So we're going to choose MP3. You could do multiples of these at the same time. This would do both. But we're going to choose MP3. We're going to do bit rate. These are the different options. The lower the number, the crappier the quality. The higher number, the better the quality. We're going to make it, for our purposes, we're going to make it 256, 128. The other, if you want to, you can do write ID3 tags, which if you click this, you can add the song title. So if you're using iTunes or you're looking at it on your phone, it'll say, this information will show up. Let me do Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, artist, put your name in, and hit OK. Now, this is saying start point and end point. This is going from bar 3 to 15. Now, there's two things you can do here. Like I said, the song doesn't exactly end at bar 16. You can highlight, or bar 15. You can highlight this and type in bar 16. Sorry. Let me go back. So you could type in bar 16 manually and hit the tab key. Or you can say, we could try at bar 15 and say include audio tail. So that the audio tail would be the decay of the instrument after you stop playing. And so Logic will do it for you. Depends on what you want to do. But so let's try it like this. And then we're going to hit OK. It's going to ask us where we want to save it. By default, it puts it creates a folder called bounces within there. And then you hit OK and it does it. And so I'm going to load up. So now what it did was it created an MP3 file within the bounces. It's 1.2 megabytes, you'll see. And if I play this, and there we have the tail, because we said include audio tail. So it comes to a nice resolution. The song is 33 seconds long, and we have an MP3. So, for your project, you are going to submit to me an MP3 clip of your finished project. You're going to do Twinkle Twinkle as I did it. You're free to add whatever drum parts you want. You're going to add a second voice. It can be whatever you want. Follow the same steps. You can either play the chords in or use the chord trigger as I showed you. Just note here also on the chord track, if you pick a different instrument, if we pick a synthesizer, for instance, pads, let's try this. You lose the chord trigger. Okay, so now we're here at the, if we solo the, we've lost, so you just have to go back and do chord trigger, single, triads, major. Now you have your chords back. Okay, and so that's how we do that. So once you've submitted your MP3 clip, so do your MP3 clip, and then I also want a screenshot of your edit window. And so again, the way you do that on a Mac is Command-Shift-4. Take a screenshot like so, submit that. And then there's instructions on Canvas on how to do it on a PC. So send me a screenshot, send me your MP3 clip, and that's your in-class lab assignment for this week. Okay? Good luck. Happy music making.